Law of the bedroom number 41. Sexual strengthening workout exercises. Sexual strengthening workout exercises. Good stuff here. Very interesting and peculiar. I'm sure stuff like this is out there somewhere on the internet where you'll read about this, but frankly, Laws of the Bedroom covers so much material. It's like 150 articles in one book. And when you put them all together, they make you into a sexual woman-pleasing monster for all the good reasons and purposes. That said, from time to time, the topic has come up, for example, when you want to stimulate her G-spot and you need your fingers, or you want to ring her doorbell, you're going to need your hands, to do these motions. And if you're not physically fit, per se, in these areas, your hand's going to grow tired, or your fingers are going to grow tired. You're only going to give her a few seconds of stimulation. That's nothing. That's robbery. You're teasing her, and then you're not finishing the job. So check this out. This is a very fun, entertaining type of audio here, but it's also very enlightening. So anyhow, I'll let you be the judge. Comment in the comments box below after you hear this stuff. But I'll tell you what, when I was writing this book, I remembered, oh my gosh, I need to make sure that I talk about this. So here we go. Sexual strengthening workout exercises. Your hands and your fingers. Now, working out your arms with dumbbells and weights should benefit you pretty well in this area. Strong arms and forearms usually lend themselves to developing strong hands and finger muscles. Yet even so, there are still other muscles that need another kind of strength conditioning. For instance, when you're with your honey, not only should you be giving her any number of full body and booty massages, but you should also be rubbing and playing with her in all kinds of places, fingering her, twitching her cute little clitoris faster than a hummingbird can flap her pretty little wings, stimulating her G-spot with a finger or two in a back and forth come here motion, perhaps a little spiral exploration with your fingers in and out and all around the insides of her sweet cherry valley of moist wet love, all of which require your hands and fingers to be in tip-top shape, to be able to perform all kinds of sensual fingering acts at all kinds of speeds and various lengths of time, without you growing tired and going, oh, I can't do this any longer. No. That's not going to be you. So exercise your hands and fingers as often as you can. Yes, lift weights. Grab hold of some hand strengthening devices, like grip balls, and performing finger licking come here type speed exercises. For as long as you can, sustain that motion. I'm doing it right now as I'm recording this audio. And my hands get a little tired, so I'm going to push myself. Come on. Push, keep going. Yeah. When you grow a little tired, slow down, then speed up again. And when you need a little rest, go ahead, take that rest. But then, of course, the preferred finger strengthening method of choice is usually hands-on, internal fingering exercises when you're actually with your gal, naturally speaking. Fingering. Well, you know what I mean. But I'm actually still doing that come here finger motion with two fingers. Come here. And my forearm is really getting a workout. Really kind of painful. Ow. But that's just the thing. You got to be in shape. You can't oh, that was it. Okay, I'm done. Oh my God. Come on. You're an Olympic athlete here in the bedroom. Let's make it happen. There really is no substitute than strengthening your fingers and your hand muscles than when you're with her and pleasing her cute little regions down there of moist, exotic, erogenous love zones. Let's say you're performing a certain fingering action or stimulating massage. Often, you'll reach a point when you might feel fatigued or a slight pain from performing so long with certain muscles that you don't often use to capacity on a normal basis. Well, I have two words for you. Push yourself. Push yourself and exercise those particular movements, when you're by yourself. I'm doing it again just to kind of practice and keep my forearm in good shape here. And before you know it, you'll be able to go that extra cherry mile, all for her and for you. She'll either say to you or think to herself, my, he really went a long time doing that. He's number one in my book. No one's ever done that to me before. The longer you sustain her pleasure, the stronger you will become to please her. Keep at it and never stop. She'll thank you and your loving fingers for loving her like no pair of fingers has ever fingered her before. I had to say it like that, She'll thank you and your loving fingers for loving her like no pair of fingers has ever fingered her before. Yeah, I had to say it one more time. Another one. Honey licking mastery. Every so often, when you're by yourself, stick your tongue out and practice sticking it out and up and around all over your mouth, inside and out, as far as you can, out of your mouth, out, as far as you can. Imagine all the things you need to do with that tongue to her for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end. Wave it around like a fervent snake. Constantly stretch, strengthen, and sustain this wet, slithering serpentine until it grows tired and fatigued and needs a little rest. But then, don't rest. Well, just for a second. Then push yourself again and again for as long as you can. Don't stop. Remember those two words, push yourself. Yeah, it's easy to wag it around in the air, but the lifting and stretching will help grow your tongue up and out when you need it most. Now, when you're down there, you know how tired it can get, stroking and licking and packing it in, all up against her soft, moist clitoral flesh. Your honey. Yeah. Again, push on there too. Don't give in and think you need a rest. Yes, you may feel a little tired. Rest for 1 second. But don't stop. You need to keep pushing yourself. You need one breath of fresh air and then keep on pushing. What doesn't give makes you stronger. So, lick, 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 lick. Wag that tongue. Come on. Come on. Keep going and push yourself. The more, the better. And you'll get better and better with more and more practice. But do this stuff on your own time before you wind up in that situation with her. You know, it's like game night. You don't practice for the game on Friday night. You practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday comes around and that's game night. And you just perform like a rock star. There's also lips, kissing, and facial puckering with vigor. Practice making kissing and facial gestures with your entire face and lips. Stretch, flex, and exercise these facial muscles on your own. Do it on your own time. Do it in the mirror. Do it in the dark. Do it while you're in bed sleeping, or before you go to sleep. But while you're with your honey, kissing her, she's going to notice these things. You paying attention to your tongue and your fingers and your hands and how you kiss and just how shapely and strong and flexible and just versatile you are. She's going to pick these things up intuitively and she's going to go, oh, I just love my man. Oh, he's all over me. Oh, he's in so many ways, kissing and licking. And guys, they're going to eat you up. That's why all of this is being discussed. And it may sound corny. It may sound weird. Like, oh, why are we talking about that? Hey, trust me. And all of this, to me, it's second nature. I don't even think about it anymore. I go in for the kill. I go in for it, right? I'm going in. All of this stuff is second nature. And it's just good stuff. So there you go. Hey, here's some stuff on the love muscle and rock star performance every time. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about when I mention your love muscle. That which she loves to play with and take it in so wonderfully inside her pink moist pocket of wet heaven. Practice makes perfect. Use it or lose it. Have your girl help you. Exercise it as often as you can. In all kinds of ways. Let her imagination and yours run wild. But practice makes perfect. If you can get her to, hey, honey, come here. I just need some help. Would you help me just stimulate me and make me feel horny and make me just let it rise? Oh, well, thank you, baby. That was good. Okay, that's it. That's all. I don't need you anymore. Go away. I mean, it could be that simple. But anyhow, practice makes perfect. Honey, we need to have sex. I need to practice. Yeah, I got to, do my exercises, got to practice on you. All right. Oh, okay, 30 minutes? See you in 1 hour? All right, we'll do it in 1 hour. Appreciate that. And, it's fun. Now, as often as you can and for as long as you can, keep the blood flowing through it, growing it and sustaining it for as long as you can. Everything is about sustainment, sustaining, growing, sustaining that. Practice makes perfect. Temperature, heat, warm blood, plenty of exercise helps to grow it and keep it pumping strong. Temperature, remain hot-blooded. Pills, shots, potions, and injections, Avoid them as best you can. Dependence on drugs and pills never leads to a healthy sexual lifestyle. Do pay attention to natural methods to improve your sexual performance from this day forward. And there are some pills, herbs, organic, combinations of, like I just said, herbs. But, they're pills, they're capsules, and they're healthy. They're good for you. Just go to Amazon.com, search for it, get big pills. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But you know what I'm talking about, testosterone, ED, look it up. And when you go to Amazon and you look up these products, read the reviews, read what other people have said. When you see and read wow, 2,000 reviews, 4.2 out of 5 stars, great responses. This worked for me. Oh my gosh, I feel like a young guy again, whatever, There you go. And how much is this stuff? We're talking $20, between $15 and $35. Totally worth it. And then as you get more used to finding and researching these, I would say these pills and these herbs, you're going to become more educated in this realm as well. And you have to do your own research. I mean, I could probably spend a half hour talking about this stuff, but no, just go do your research and find, what helps sexual performance for men. And then look at the products and always look for reviews, always look for complaints, always look for refunds, what happened. And then, like I said, the surgeries and the injections. No, I try not to do that stuff. You're going to be as natural and all natural as you can be. No drugs, no side effects, no chemicals. We don't want any added expenses for you. No, you're going to be as natural as you can be for life, as best you can. Don't become dependent on chemicals to get you going. What is going on? Do we have a leaky gut? Do we got a gut? Poor circulation? Are we overweight? All you need is a great diet, lots of exercise, and eating right, and lots of rehearsal. Practice makes perfect. Hey, eat lighter meals for better sex. This happens because your body isn't using all the blood and energy to digest that heavy meal you had for dinner. Instead, you ate light, allowing all your blood to go where it needs to go, where it counts, inside your rocket, all night long. When you eat a big meal, you feel lightheaded, you want to nap, you want to pass out. Your body needs that energy to digest that big meal you took. Don't eat like that anymore. Eat light. And I'll tell you what, you go 30, 60 days eating well, eating light, and I know this for myself. I used to love eating a whole medium-sized pan pizza with double pepperoni and Italian sausage and extra cheese. I used to love it. I could eat the whole thing. I said, dude, you can't do that anymore. You can't. You're going to have to start eating lighter. And so I would split the pizza. Maybe I'm having pizza with my mom or something, or a friend, or even the girlfriend, whatever was going on at that time. And I started saying, okay, eat half. All right. That's 4 slices. Okay. Well, to date, I haven't had a pizza in 3 months, maybe. And now, because I've been eating light, I've been losing weight, I'm feeling great, I think I only want 1 slice. Can you believe that? I only want 1 slice. The mind takes longer to catch up on your daily eating habits than your body does. Your body says, okay, I'm good. I don't need any more. That's great. And in fact, that's true, because when we are starving and then we start eating, we will eat. We'll gorge. We'll just eat as much as we can. The mind hasn't caught up with the fact that, hey, I'm full. Stop. Don't eat anymore. And that's where we overeat, because the brain isn't sensing that we're full. We have to consciously make a decision. Okay, I'm going to have 2 slices and I'm going to put a stop to it. And probably in 30 minutes, I'm going to feel full and I'm going to be glad I stopped at 2, not 8. Okay, so we talked about this before, but again, get rid of your gut for better sex. Exercise, work out, eat light. Exercise your midsection daily until thy gut be gone. Less red meat, more fish, more salads, more juicing, and cleanse your colon and your intestines from the waste buildup. Meat takes 3 days to digest in the body. If you eat meat more than 3 days in a row, guess what? You most likely will have packed some 2 to 3 pounds of undigested fecal matter, food waste, or worse, inside your body or around the gut. That's why men can be, they can have skinny legs and arms and still have a big gut. It's their eating habits and what they're eating, how much and what type of food they're eating, that's getting them in trouble. So forget meat for like 30 days. Just eat fish, salads, light stuff, juice, cleanse, and that's it. And when eating out, eat light. You're going to thank yourself for it later, big time. When you come home and you want to romp on your girl and ravage her like a tiger, you're not going to be some big whale feeling all slothfulish and just, slow as a big boat because you ate that big meal and you had 3 beers and, appetizers, the meal, and dessert. Now, if you ever go out to dinner with your gal and you expect to have some sex that night, share a meal or order a salad, and just eat light and share a beer. Sometimes I do that. Hey, you want to split a beer? All right, let's do that. All right, we'll have a 805. Yeah, thanks a lot. Draft. All right, thank you. I love 805 beer. Oh, folks out there, thank you so much for listening to this audio and this material. How is it doing for you? Are you learning anything? Is anything hitting home? I know for myself, I've relied on this material for decades. And to date, and forever on, I'll be able to refer to this for myself. And that's what I love about this material. I talk about drinking light. I talked about that earlier. Light beer, white, red wine, mixed drinks. If you do drink beer and you plan on having sex later, don't drink so much. You don't want all that blood rushing to your head or focused on digestion for the stomach. You want it somewhere else. Yeah, you know where. Drink light beer. Have half a beer. Split it with her, as I said. And buffets. I do like buffets, but they're out. Kinda, sorta. Just be very careful. They come after sex. So before, you go to the buffet, honey, can we have our roll in the hay? Yeah. I just want to make love to you right now before I go to the buffet. Because you and your girl really should work up the appetite after having great sex. So you got the great sex, you're romping and rolling, you're hanging out, you're working your arms and your fingers and your tongue and everything. You've worked up an appetite. Now you can go hit that buffet. Because after that buffet, you're both probably going to hit the bed and go to sleep, take a big nap. Then you're going to get up in the morning feeling a little better. Anyhow, that's the gist about some of these sexual strengthening workout exercises, namely the fingers and hands, lips, kissing, facial puckering, honey licking, tongue mastery, love muscle, performing like a rock star every time. I hope you picked up a couple of nice tips out of there and you took it to heart and you say, Bart, thank you. That was some good stuff. I'm going to implement some of what you said. Cool stuff. And hey, feel free to listen to these programs over again. Like, you'll pick up a little bit listening the first time. Well, play it again and play it again and play it again. And before you know it, this stuff is going to become one with you like it's been one with me forever. All right, come on. Let's continue to the next audio in this series, Laws of the Bedroom. Good stuff.